Um, this is Francisco again, and in this video, I wanted to share an idea with all of you, and I was thinking of smart Bluetooth. Bluetooth? No, hold on. I was thinking about an app for. Oh yeah, electrical outlets. The tester thing. Okay, so there's these little things that they sell at Home Depot and Lowe's, and my boss actually has one. He owns a handyman services company. He's practically a sole proprietor, but I help him out. Okay, he lives around the area. Now, what's it called? Oh yeah, the other day he shared a story with me, and he said that he was actually doing some electrical work. Okay. However, since I wasn't there to help him out, he started working on some electrical stuff, for a home. Okay, so it's 120 volts, not that powerful. I'm not talking about commercial electrical work or whatever. Okay, but what I was thinking was like some type of app that people would download through whatever means, whether it's the Google Play Store or the Apple Store, whatever it may be. They'll be able to download an app. Okay, and then when they download that app, all they would have to do is practically connect this to the outlet, and they'll be able to go to the electrical is it a control panel? Yeah. So they'll be able to go to the breakers or the electrical control panel, and they'll be able to churn some of these breakers off, and the app will actually allow them to know whether the electrical outlet tester is off or not. So he was telling me a story where he began doing some electrical work, and then he didn't really want to go and turn off the electricity, so he began doing the work while the wires were hot. And then he said that there was a spark or whatever. Okay, so that was one story. And then we arrived to a different job, and he asked the customer if he, if the customer can go and turn off the electricity, and he said, because you're more familiar with your breakers than I am. So practically he was asking for his help. And in my mind, that's not very professional. And it could also, like, create some form of mistrust, or it could cause a customer not to want to work with a with a worker like this. And mainly because now these customers are paying the companies, and then all of a sudden they want the customer to go and help them and do work while they're over there paying them, to get the fucking job done themselves. Like, why should anyone go and risk their lives when they're paying someone else to do the fucking goddamn job? But anyways, I think it's a simple idea, straightforward. I don't know if there's anything like that out there, but since everything is like going towards like smart devices and applications, I just figured that this idea would be great for electricians. Okay, personally, if I was an electrician, I wouldn't give a fuck. I would turn everything off. Just to keep myself fucking safe, and stuff like that. But I know that there is times where stuff like that, turning off all of the electricity is not an option. So I do know the importance of these little tools here, and they're not very expensive, and I don't think that that the value should go up. I don't think it should increase substantially. Okay, I think that whatever is required for these companies to quickly update and remodify and update their devices by adding a few electrical components, if that's required, then that's what these companies will have to do. And not just that, but it could also be enforced with like code enforcement. So it could be enforced by law as well, if people push the envelope, just to keep people safe and workers safe, because there's a lot of people who get injured and killed every year due to electrical work. Okay, so I think I pretty much covered everything. But yeah, electricians will just have to download an app or something like that. Unless, you guys get more creative out there, and you guys can provide people with multiple options, like sending an email to a phone or notification, or utilizing some form of app, so that they can get a confirmation that the outlet has been turned off when they go to the breakers, the electrical breaker, and while they're testing which breaker it is that turns off that outlet. So is that simple, straightforward idea? So what I just shared through this video is practically a smart, whatever this thing is. It's called a receptacle tester. Okay, or like this other one, which just tests whether a wire is hot or not, whether it's active or not. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know what's out there. I don't know the technology, and stuff like that. But right here, I do see something that says digital receptacle tester. I mean, GFCI. I don't really know what all this is about. But yeah, I mean, I think my idea is straightforward. I don't want to complicate everything. But I know. Okay, I've actually done some. Just to share a quick story, I've actually done some electrical work with my boss, and what he has me do is so he has me look out for the lights, the two little lights on the receptacle tester tool thing, and what's it called? Once it turns off, I let him know through a phone conversation that we have. Okay, and basically we're on call. We call each other. I'm either in the restroom or in the bedroom or somewhere in the house. He walks out to the control panel and he's flipping switches and he's asking me, did it turn off yet? 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 And I'm like, no. And then eventually I'm like, okay, yeah, that one's it. So yeah, it says, I mean, I don't. The one of these is. Oh, this is the wiring. What I'm referring to is the well, I don't know, there's a bunch of but when it's off, I don't know. Honestly, the two lights are on and then they just go off. Open hot. I mean, I don't know. But I mean, I don't really know how to use these things, honestly. Huge upgrade. Test outlet tester for homeowners taking on electrical projects. Okay, it's not whether it's correct wiring or not. It's just, I don't know. The little lights, these two lights are here. They just turn off. At first it's like this, and then it just turns off, and then that's when we know that it's off. And then he goes back into the house, and he takes everything apart, and he begins doing whatever he does. Whether he's replacing a new outlet or adding new wires or replacing the outlets. I think I already said that. But yeah, I mean, for people who are working by themselves, I think this is a great idea. And I believe that I believe that these newer tools should be made available at an affordable price, so it can keep people safe. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, I don't know what it would require, but let me just guess here. So we're talking about adding something that will send a notification to a cell phone once it turns off. So an electrical no an or a hold on how would this work? Fuck. It would be some type of kind of a camera notification when someone is at the front door. So that, I think this is a great example. It says to get a camera notification when someone's at your front door, you can use a smart video doorbell or security camera. These devices use it specifies right here motion sensors to detect visitors and send instant alerts to your smartphone via a companion app, allowing you to see, hear, and speak to them in real time. You can often customize the notification settings to distinguish between people, cars, and other events. And some services require subscription for advanced features like package detection or similar face recognition, obviously with AI technology. Now, right here, it says something about, it says the app allows you to see, hear, and speak to them in real time. Now, you know, you guys could also take that into consideration with these little things here. Imagine it having some type of intercom and a speaker. So, you know, if you do have someone there, I don't know, you can communicate with them, or I don't know. I mean, the possibilities are just endless. But yeah, it would just send a notification like this: person, front door, sidewalk, your front door camera spotted someone. So basically, it would just be something like this, but it would just be like your device is now off, or whatever. Your receptacle tester is off. Okay. And I'm not an electrician. Okay, I'm not a fucking electrician, so I don't know these words. I know the tools. I know how they work. I don't know what the fuck they're called. And I honestly don't even own one, besides one that I bought from Harbor Freight, which was one of these, just the little tester thing, which is used by an electrician to see whether a wire is hot or not. And I don't know, there is some kind of confusion because I remember, I think my boss used one of the, I think it was this one, but then there was still an active wire, or he used this one, but there was still like an active wire. So it was kind of confusing, but I don't know. I mean, you guys have to figure this stuff out. I mean, I really don't know. Look, right here it says camera detected motion, front yard camera detected motion on, and it says the date at the time. So if you guys want to keep a record of that as well, I mean, that would be great, especially for cameras, for companies out there who have employees, and let's say the company wants their employee to go swap out a couple of outlets. Now they're going to be using an app which is going to be connected to the company, and then the company will also receive these notifications. So you people will technically know what your employees are up to at each and every given moment or whatever, or instance. You will know like how long it takes them, I don't know, to do certain things. So I mean, other data could also be taken into consideration, but I don't want to complicate everything. Okay, but if I were to like really, um, if I were to like really get into it or involved in it, and to think freely and deeply about it, then I would be able to come up with more stuff. All right, so that's practically it. So so yeah, I mean, and I don't think that they should be worth a lot of money. I think I have said that already multiple times. Um, and it's like the smartphones. That's the way I like to look at it. Um, there's a lot of smartphones out there, and they're constantly coming out with new phones, new smart vehicles, but not really a lot of upgrades on other inventions. So if you guys can make this work, we can have each and every single competitor company out there selling practically the same device, but with their own brand. And it'll help to keep electricians safe, and it'll help them ultimately to do their job more efficiently. So that's all. That's all for this video. I hope you people like this video, this idea. It was just like a random thought that came to my mind. It was nothing. It wasn't something that I was stressing over. My boss just shared a few stories with me, and just from my experience, and things that we have to do on the job site, and then thinking along with other modern day technologies and inventions and smart devices. I think that's what gave me that thought of creating one of these things, but with an app, so I could simply send a notification to the operator's cell phone, or to the company's cell phone if they have one. Well, obviously they will if they're working on the job sites, and if the company provides them with a cell phone, I'm assuming the app will be downloaded by default within the company's cell phone or cell phones. Especially if we're referring to a big company. I'm sorry. If we're referring to a big building with multiple electricians working at the same time. And not just that, but maybe it could even send a notification if someone turns it on. If someone turns on the breaker. Somehow. I mean, I don't know how that would work. But, yeah, stuff of that nature. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not the pro when it comes to this stuff. All I do is help these guys out just to make some money. That's all. That's who I am. Okay. I'm just there to help out, and that's all. And they're there to just to make their money and go home and do whatever they do. And I know everyone's sick and tired of the runaround. So, yeah, I think you people would love this idea, especially when it comes down to, AI technology. I think that maybe you people out there could perfect this idea further, and maybe even AI technology could design something to outperform everyone. But I'm going to end this video. Alright. Outperform everyone, but also providing everyone with what they want. So basically not outperforming everyone, but outsmarting everyone and overthinking the logic for humanity. And practically that's what AI technology would do without us people having to discuss back and forth through a forum. I'm assuming that in the near future, AI technology will be able to take forethought of these matters and take action. It will be able to revise the patents and the designs and the molds, the manufacturing companies, the whole 9 yards. It will be able to handle it all without wasting people's time and money and energy. Obviously, as it becomes smarter and smarter, it may want to create more modifications. But just like a smartphone comes out every year. So if AI technology comes up with newer ideas, it practically won't do it until like the end of the year, so it can mass produce a bunch of units to sell in the beginning of the year, just like a vehicle. There's a lot of expectations, a lot of hope, a lot of things to look forward to in this life besides fucking smart cars and cell phones. I think all that stuff is played out. I think people even lost interest in these ideas already, because every year they come out with a new phone. Every year they come out with a new car. But at the end of the day, it kind of does the same shit. No disrespect to all you who are out there working and busting your asses off. But, it's just, I don't know. I mean, it's just maybe it's just advertising. Maybe the advertising, you know, maybe it's advertised to me too much where I've lost interest in that stuff. But yeah, I mean, I see AI technology perfecting everything and coming up with newer updates for each and every single invention in the whole world. Okay, not just what I'm referring to when it comes to like little things here and there. So yeah, I think that AI technology will be able to tackle every single um, every single um, every single business, regardless of what type of business you're in. Each and every single year, and just like the mega factory for like Tesla, I think AI technology will have a mega factory for each and every single invention, not just for vehicles but for every invention. Okay, so it's complex, it's very complex, but AI technology could handle it all. So that's what I believe in. So eventually all this data will be downloaded into the humanoid robots, and the humanoid robots will be able to work on stuff for us humans. And instead of relying on humans, all of us will rely on humanoid robots and machines, and AI technology to tackle all the work that needs to be done. Because it's not only focusing on perfecting inventions, but prolonging inventions and protecting them and making them more durable, and so they can become practically undestructible as well. Okay, now a lot of other companies out there, they don't really think about all the logic, and AI technology will also look into the matters of keeping everything waterproof, water resistant, bug resistant. Like some inventions, they have like for instance trash cans. I notice trash cans all the time, like underneath the handles of a trash can there's like spiders underneath, and like there's like these little things where like these little holes that these spacers for screws, and underneath a device it could have like this cylinder, and bugs like to go in there and nest. So AI technology will also keep stuff like that in mind, so that your guys' inventions won't be cluttered with contaminations and stuff like that, or it won't collect dust and debris, and it won't be a nesting ground for your products. And even like your warehouses, if you guys have a warehouse, if you guys think about a warehouse, there's plenty of room and plenty of space where bugs can hide. So AI technology will also think about those matters. So it'll practically think about everything and think about sanitary measures, things that some companies don't even take the time to investigate or to look into. Um, I mean, I could go on and on about this stuff, okay, but this just this one idea, I think it's worth the time and effort, for you people to do manually. Now, AI technology may come up with some newer, more badass ideas on its own. But right now, because we're all doing stuff manually, it's kind of like the autonomous driving. AI technology does all the driving without a human even thinking about it. So it's the same logic in a sense. Okay? And I know that that with AI technology, it's serious business. There's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of you are busy. You people are tired. You don't have any time to waste. I understand that. So I think that this idea is worth the time and effort. So that's why I took the time out of my life right now to record this video and to share with all of you. But yeah, have a good night, everyone, and be safe out there. And remember to put safety first above everything else, because accidents do happen, and there is people who die each and every single day or year, every single year. So many people die just from mistakes, and we never know if that's ever going to happen to us. So just like when my boss asked the customer, "Hey, can you turn off the breakers or whatever, because you know your control panel better than I do." I mean, if I was a homeowner, I would be like, "No, I'm not familiar with the control panel. Like, that's why I'm paying you." Because what if the customer went out there and fucking flipped some switches and electrocuted himself to death? I mean, even if you guys have to act afraid, or you could be straight up like, "No, that's why I'm paying you. Like, I'm sorry, I have other things to do." And I mean, you could just go in your room and lock yourself in the bedroom and pretend like you're doing something important on your computer when you're actually not. Especially if you have the money. That's why you're paying these people. Now, some people don't care. They're like, "Okay, I'll go out there and do it. But what if you have some faulty breakers, electrical breakers? I mean, I don't know. it's just I mean, this life is so complicated. It's so complex. And if we were able to simplify things for everyone, life would be much better all the way around. And I mean, it's not worth your health. It's not worth getting electrocuted to death over, unless you're the poor person working for someone that wants a job done, and you're practically obligated to go out there and work, put your hours in, so you can go back home and do whatever the fuck you do on your days off and your recreational time. No one gives a fuck. But if you can come up with an excuse, people, then go for it. Because it's not worth it. But I don't. Maybe I just think differently. But these companies should have this stuff down. They should have things down, and these inventions should have this logic program within them, so other people won't, unexperienced people won't get involved and accidentally hurt themselves. Because some people don't even know how breakers work. And it's so simple. It's as simple as flipping the switch on and off. But like I said, accidents do happen, and if someone asks you, you have every right to say no. Or you could just honestly, say, you know what, I'm not fully educated on this regard. I'm not fully educated when it comes to doing this or that. In this case, the control panel switches, so therefore I don't feel safe doing it. Sorry. Like, that's why I'm paying you, and if you need someone to help you, ask, go get a helper. There's a mosquito in my room. I just felt a bug on me. But anyways, I'm going to end this fucking video, dude. I'm fucking tired and exhausted, and there's bugs in my room, and I'm tired. I just got off work. I need to upload this video. I need to get ready for bed. So, good night, everyone, and be safe.